All right, before we start talking about all the Superman movies, we need to talk about All Star Superman, the animated movie, because I reviewed the comic last week, and I'm going to talk about this. I think that I used to really enjoy DC animated movies. I think over the years I've just gotten so out of them. There's so many of them, and a lot of them are pretty mediocre, but there's still a few standouts to them. This one being included. And I think what was special about them for a while is movies like this, which don't have the best animation or budget behind them, were able to take these Elseworlds DC stories that are so beloved in the comics and adapt them into pretty good movies. They're not great. Um, Certainly, if they've been done in live action or done in maybe a higher budget animated form, they'd be better. But majority of these stories are never going to be adapted, and if they are, they're going to be adapted in clunky ways, like Batman vs Superman, take the amounts of the Dark Knight Returns, um, Death of Superman, right? Very clunky, not great, right? But there's DC animated movies that adapt those stories better. Um, these are fun DC animated movies for fans of these movies, or not these movies, these characters. They know the comics, they know them via other pieces of media. They're not really great if you don't know these DC characters very well. There's a lot of things in this movie that will not make sense to you, but I think this is one of the better ones, just because this story of All Star Superman is such a beautiful story. It's about a man who spent his whole life saving people, but there's no one who's gonna really save him, and he has to live with that fact and give everyone their last good moments with him, with the hope of optimism that he will come back someday, whatever the form that may be. And it's a very powerful movie, and it's a very powerful comic that will leave you with a lot of emotions, thinking about your future and your reality, and what good are you supposed to give before you pass on. It's truly a beautiful story. I think this movie adapts it really well. I think also what's really great about DC animated movies originally is they get these really great voice cast, people you wouldn't expect. I don't know all the voice actors in this, but they all do a great job either way. But there's a lot of them where you're just all kinds of celebs in there, and they're really good. So yeah, I think this is one of the better DC animated movies. I will mention, like I said, I'm out of DC animated movies. I used to review them on my main channel, and then I kind of moved to reviewing them all on my second channel. I'm done doing that. Just yeah. So, but this is a good movie. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.